I'm back. It's like part 15 or 27. I don't even know. Um, this is gonna be a wild video. I don't have a script. I don't have nothing. This is just gonna be off the dome, and honestly, it's gonna be just a conversation with myself and with whoever decides to spend their time on the other end of this camera. Um, if you guys have been following along with the journey, sorry that there has not been a lot of content, and I'm going to explain exactly why in this video. Honestly, this is a hard video for me to record because I got some bad news for you guys. You probably saw the title of the video. There's some clickbait there, probably. I don't know. We'll see. So, I'm going to be very transparent with my situation right now. I am 10 grand in debt, and yeah. So, we went in the hole, and I'm gonna explain this. I'll backtrack a little bit. So before I decided to do this AI agency and go into the AI space, I was working as a salesman all of 2025. I was doing door to door. That's how I started off. I did solar for a little bit, and then from there I met some people, and I started doing some other stuff over states. And so these people would fly me out. I would stay at a place, and I would sell for them, commission only. I would try to make my payback, and I would fly back or fly different states. And so I did that for like 6 7 months, and some months were really good. When it was really good, or we're making like a grand a week, could have made more. The opportunity was abundant, but we decided to switch up products and services, and there was just some things that weren't, how they were supposed to be. There was false promises, and a lot of, um, man, it was just rough. It was like the Wild West, which a lot of sales is like that, and so it all kind of crumbled down. Everyone in my organization left. A lot of people got fired, and so I had to come back home and pretty much nothing. And from there, I was like, yo, like, what do I do? I don't know what to do. I don't want to work a job again. Like, I really want to stay in sales, or I want to go into business. Um, like, I've always loved business since I was a little kid. I started, like, man, I failed a shit ton of businesses at this point. I have a detailing company under an LLC. I have this company under an LLC. But before this, I've tried like curb painting. I've tried reselling, um, lemonade stands. I've sold bread when I was a little kid. I would buy carts and then carts of bread, and then I would drive down in like a little moped and sell bread door to door in Mexico when I was like 6 years old. So I was always loved the game of business. Always been obsessed with it. Um, but I decided I was going to get into it after the sales trips again. And here, okay, let me go back. This is gonna be all over the place. I'm so sorry. um, the reason why I decided to go on the sales trips is because I was doing B2B, business to business. I was selling an offer for credit card companies, or what do you want to call them, payment processors. I was selling an offer where I was doing lead generation, so I was getting them 10 to 15 more clients a month, in exchange for a monthly retainer. And that was like my first time like going all in on B2B, or trying it out. For the first time, like I set up a website, I set up my funnel, I was doing LinkedIn outreach for the first time. I was sending my voice notes, and I got someone. I got him on the bait, and it was a dude who was making like, like 5 to 10 mil revenue a year. And I get on a sales call, and I'm shaking, I'm nervous, I lose frame. This guy's like talking over me, he's disrespecting me, and I'm like just reading straight off of my presentation, and I don't know what to say, I don't know where to go, I don't even know how to sell someone, I don't know how I'm gonna ask for the payment. And so after that, it was extremely humbling. I realized like I don't have the skill set to sell. Like I knew, like, yes, I could deliver on so many products. Like I have the ability to go on Google and research and figure it out. I have the figure it the fuck out ability, but I don't have the sales ability. And I'm like, well, that's the problem. That's a big problem. I'm getting a phone call here. Hold up. So I had realized that, and I really wanted to get into sales, and so I got into sales, and really with the intention of not even making money. I just wanted to learn the skill. I wanted to eat shit, eat ass, that sounds wrong. I'm sorry. I wanted to hammer myself and like get beat to the curb so I could learn the skill because I know through failure is how you learn. And so I did the hardest things, door to door solar. I sold in like 6 different states. I was selling all these random products. I was just trying to like get it in my head like this is how you convince a person and take them along the journey to buy a product. And I came back, broke as shit, but I'm like, okay, I think I do have the skill set. And so fast forward to a couple months ago, I started this journey, and it was because I saw a reel. It was by Amber King talking about his AI agency, and I heard the AI reception. I'm like, whoa, that sounds good. I'm like, that can't be hard to figure it out, and it wasn't. And I figured it out pretty quick, um, and so I set up everything, and I started doing inbound. First couple of weeks were going pretty well. We're getting a lot of what you would call it appointments, and we're setting them. We're getting on calls, but it's still like I'm not there yet. You know, I kind of suck ass still, but I did have a lot more experience than before, and so it's just me like, man, I'm doing 100 calls a day, ramping up to 200, 300, just every day trying to get good at this, trying to understand how to like set an appointment, and then also trying to figure out how to close an appointment. Um, and before I know it, I'm 10K in debt, and my card is declining when I'm trying to get a freaking parking pass. I don't know why I went British there for a second. But yeah, and I was like, holy shit in my head. I'm like, what am I gonna do? You know, like, am I gonna have to detail again? I want to go door to door detail. I might have to sell like some stuff in my house, like, because the softwares I'm paying for they're very expensive. Like, it's like $500 to $600 a month, and then all these other things. I'm like, okay, I'm kind of screwed here. Um, but by the grace of God, praise the Lord. Um, I get an interview request, and I go in through so quick. The hiring manager actually told me it was the quickest someone has ever been through the whole process and gotten into the job. And I start my first day on Monday. It's a full-time job. It's also in sales, but there's base salary and commission. Um, so yeah, that's where I'm at. Like, man, I wish I came on and turned on this camera to tell you guys that hey, we landed our first 3 grand a month client. We're chilling, we're good. But the reality is no, and we're having to take a step back so we can take 3 steps forward. Um, so with the contents, I may, man, I do want to go back into making YouTube videos. I feel kind of bad that I started making YouTube videos and then I just started making them, went ghost. And some people have reached out, and I don't know. I kind of went ghost. I haven't responded. If that's you, I'm so sorry. It's honestly because I'm like, fuck, man. I feel like I can give no advice because like this isn't going well. Um, but yeah, from here I may make more videos. I might have to cancel my subscriptions, and so I won't be able to make the same things I was doing. So I may just do Claude Code and learn some other skills while I'm working and paying off my debts. Or I may just cancel everything and only do cold calling. I don't know from here, honestly. If I'm still figuring it out. Um, but yeah, I wanted to make this video to be fully transparent because coming into this and starting this YouTube journey, I wanted to be very raw. I wanted to be very real. I wanted to tell you guys everything that was happening, and I feel like I was holding back a lot of things, but not anymore. I want you guys to know like what I'm going through and the real struggles of business, because it's been a very humbling journey. I've gotten my ass beat by the market. It's been very tough for me, if I'm being honest. Um, and yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. But it's not over. Um, at first, it was very hard for me to even imagine. Like, I was worried that I was gonna get a job. I was worried that I was gonna interview and get a job. There was a deep fear inside of me. I'm like, holy shit! Like, I'm gonna feel like a failure. Now I realize, like, no, this is a blessing because once I pay off my debt a couple months from now on, I will have cash now, and we're going to be able to reinvest into the business. We're going to be able to do cold email, maybe invest in some mentorships. um, start doing Facebook ads. A lot more opportunities are going to open up because of capital, and I'm going to be getting better at sales too while doing my job. So that would be incredible. Um, but it's not over. This is more so a message to myself. Um, I truly believe I don't give a fuck how I sound. Sorry for cussing. I need to stop cussing. I don't care how I sound. I really do think my success will be inevitable. And I look forward to the day when I will look back at this video and I will be like, I fucking knew it. Like I knew it. Um, there's gonna be so much gratitude in my body, so much joy. Because I knew the journey was not gonna be easy. Like I don't know, getting into business, and entrepreneurship. Like I've studied so much since I've been a little kid on like famous entrepreneurs. I did my what was it, like my 8th grade dream job project on entrepreneurship, and you can imagine it was like this sounds kind of crazy. It was like this little kid, and like everyone's doing like firefighter, policeman, all these things. And I go up there and I'm like, I want to be an entrepreneur, and I show like Kevin O'Leary, Mark Cuban, all these people, Steve Jobs, um, and I understand that's going to be very difficult. Like everyone who's ever made it, always talk about the journey, how it sucks, and I guess this is just part of my journey, and so I'm embracing it now. I feel like before I was kind of hiding, a little bit nervous about talking about the reality of the situation, but I don't give a fuck anymore because I know I'm gonna make it. Um, but yeah, it's gonna take a little bit longer than I thought. My 2026 plan video, we got sidetracked, we got off the rails, and we're going to have to take a detour. But I mean, there's no perfect plan. There's no perfect steps, but I do believe there is inevitability, if I can even say that word. I do believe this will be inevitable. We will get this rolling. We will get this agency off the ground. We will become one of the top AI like players in the game, and I promise you guys that. We're not going just for receptionists or just for chatbots. My vision with neighborhood automation experts and XPRT really is to be the go-to AI player in the space for any Fortune 500 company, any entrepreneur, any new businessman, anyone from the 6-figure range to the 7, 8, 9-figure range in revenue. Because we will be the most educated in the AI space. We will be dominating the space. Mark my words. Um, but yeah, but for now, it's gonna be a long, long grind for me, a long journey. It's gonna be just a lot of work and a lot of thinking about all my fuck ups, and yeah. But I will have free time. Obviously, I'll have 4 hours before my 9 to 5, 4 hours after my 9 to 5. We're just gonna have to figure out what to do and how to move forward from here. Um, but yeah, if you guys don't already, you should follow me on Instagram. Shoot me a message, say what's up. Um, but yeah, if you guys have any questions, let me know. Man, I feel like I want to take a second here and just think about what I want to say next, because this is it's gonna be a very important video on a journey. I feel like in my life, because I've been very grateful that I've been documenting this. If you guys can see on my channel, this is the first video you've seen. Literally the first day that I started doing outreach, and um, my first day's cold calling, my first sales call, um, is all documented. It's all on my channel, so all that is public, and even the failures are public too. So you guys are seeing this. I'm sure this won't be my first failure, and it won't be my last. I definitely butchered that. I'm sure this won't be my last failure. It's definitely not my first. But yeah, I guess I'll take this moment to offer some encouragement to whoever's watching this on the other ends, and even to myself. If you're in business, or you don't even have to be in business, if you're someone who's just chasing your dreams, whatever it may be, whether it's being a golfer, being a professional basketball player, a famous writer, speaker, whatever you want to do, um, just want to encourage you to not give up on your dreams. Because I think in a situation like this, it would be very easy for me to throw in the towel and to stop and to look back and be like, you know what, I gave it a try, but this is it. But if anything, this has made me so much more hungrier. This has made me more driven to just to prove myself right. And so if you're on the other end and if you're struggling and if things aren't going the way you want them to be, I like to encourage you to keep pushing towards your goals, keep going forward, and to not give up um, on those dreams, because that would be giving up on yourself. And I want this to almost be a lesson and proof to someone out there that it's okay to fail. I'm living it right now. This is failure right here. But we're gonna take the lessons that we're going to learn, and we're going to adapt, and we're gonna go forward. So if you're on the verge of failure, or if you're scared of failure, or if you just failed and things aren't going the way you like them to be going, um, go even harder, go deeper. Pause, but take a chance on yourself. Um, Learn a lot of lessons, because I sure have. Um, but yeah, just don't give up. And yeah, I think that'll be it for me.